On October 28, 2020, 21-year-old Jamar Campbell was found unresponsive inside his Toyota Camry in Chester, Pennsylvania, marking the moment his family's fears became reality. Responding paramedics discovered that he had suffered numerous gunshot wounds, and despite their efforts, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The location of the vehicle and the immediate confirmation of his condition established the stark beginning of a case that would leave his family devastated and searching for clarity. In the hours before this discovery, concern had already begun to build within his household. Jamar had not completed his usual responsibilities, including taking his grandmother's trash to the street, a task he rarely overlooked. His mother's repeated phone calls went unanswered, something she immediately recognized as unusual. For a family accustomed to his consistent presence and reliability, the silence became increasingly alarming as the evening progressed. His absence did not simply disrupt routine. It disrupted the rhythm of communication that shaped daily life in the Campbell family. As the night passed with no updates, the family continued to hope for a benign explanation, even while their instincts suggested otherwise. Without any official notification from authorities, they waited anxiously, holding on to whatever reassurance they could find. The next morning, their fears were confirmed in a sudden and heartbreaking way. A news article reported that a car containing a gunshot victim had been found in Chester. The description of the vehicle matched Jamar's Toyota Camry with unmistakable accuracy, and the family immediately understood what the article implied. Reading those details, they recognized that the victim mentioned in the report was their son, brother, father, and grandson. The realization arrived not through an official call, but through the stark phrasing of a public news update, intensifying the emotional weight of the moment. This initial period, defined by uncertainty, fear, and the devastating confirmation of loss, created the foundation for everything that followed. The accuracy of the article's details left no room for doubt, forcing the family to confront the reality of their loss. This moment marked the beginning of overwhelming grief and the painful search for understanding. Jamar Campbell's family described him with sincerity and depth, offering a portrait shaped entirely by their lived experiences with him. They remembered him as a young man defined by resilience, humor, generosity, and a capacity for compassion that guided the way he interacted with others. They spoke of how he could be a pain in the behind at times, yet the trait was expressed with affection, showing the balance of playfulness and spirit that shaped his personality. His generosity was a defining feature, highlighted by their recollection that he would give someone the shoes off his own feet without hesitation. This willingness to help others reflected a natural instinct to care, support, and respond to the needs of those around him. His father emphasized their connection with the simple but powerful statement, "Jamar was me," demonstrating the closeness and shared identity that defined their relationship and shaped the way. The family understood Jamar's character. Jamar's identity within the family held many layers. He was a big brother, a hardworking young man, and someone who firmly prioritized the people he loved. His family consistently pointed to the way he supported those around him, whether emotionally, practically, or through simple acts of presence. 2 weeks before he died, Jamar became a father, welcoming his baby girl into the world. This moment brought him immense joy, and his family remembered how he spent every possible moment with her. The thought that she would grow up without the opportunity to know him became one of the most painful realities they carried, shaping the way they reflected on his final days and the future. Left behind. His actions reflected his love in ways that did not require explanation. Whether sharing his humor, offering help, or bringing life to family gatherings, he represented stability and connection. His family emphasized that he did not wait to be asked to help. He acted naturally, driven by a sense of care and responsibility. His personality was remembered through moments that showed how deeply he valued relationships. Each memory shared by loved ones contributed to a clear understanding of why he remained central in their lives. Their reflections showed that his presence was defined by consistent acts of loyalty, kindness, and sincerity to them. Jamar Campbell's daily life reflected a clear sense of responsibility, connection, and purpose shaped by the environment where he grew up. He was from Chester, Pennsylvania, a city in Delaware County that served as the backdrop for his everyday experiences. Although this place was his physical home, his family noted that true home for Jamar existed wherever his loved ones were gathered. This understanding framed the way he approached life, grounding his decisions and shaping how he spent his time. Rather than pursuing a traditional college path, Jamar chose to build a future through hands-on work. He followed a career in the trades, relying on practical skills that allowed him to contribute meaningfully to his household and community. This choice aligned with his work ethic and his preference for being active, productive, and directly involved in the tasks that supported those around him. His commitment to helping others extended naturally into his daily routines. Family members recalled how he consistently took care of responsibilities that supported the household, such as shoveling snow during the winter, mowing the lawn when needed, or taking the trash bins to the street for his grandmother. These tasks were not obligations he reluctantly fulfilled. They were actions he performed willingly, reflecting his sense of duty and the value he placed on making life easier for the people he cared about. His reliability was evident in how frequently he performed these duties without needing reminders, demonstrating a relationship with his family rooted in thoughtfulness and consistency. Alongside his responsibilities, Jamar found enjoyment in several personal interests. He enjoyed fishing, traveling, and spending time outdoors, activities that helped balance his hardworking nature. More recently, he had developed an interest in shooting pool, discovering a new hobby that added another layer to his day-to-day life. These interests provided moments of relaxation and connection, giving him space to unwind while still remaining close to the people who mattered most. His routines and hobbies created a clear picture of a young man who found meaning in simple activities and who navigated life with steady commitment. Through these patterns, his family recognized how deeply he valued both responsibility and joy. Grounding himself through work, support, and personal interests, Jamar Campbell's connection to family gatherings and celebrations was a defining aspect of his life. His presence at birthdays, holidays, and other events was consistently remembered as central to the way his family came together. He was not simply present. He actively ensured that each event was organized, meaningful, and enjoyable for everyone involved. His family often described him as the glue that held gatherings together, a young man whose energy and care created a sense of unity and belonging. Through his attention to detail and his natural ability to connect with others, Jamar shaped the way his family experienced celebrations, making them memorable and filled with laughter, joy, and shared moments. One of the most significant examples of this role was his 21st birthday. The event, themed after Disney Pixar's Cars, reflected both his playful personality and his desire for loved ones to be present. Family members recalled the joy and excitement surrounding the celebration, describing it as one of the happiest occasions they had shared together. At that gathering, the family noted an unusual aura in the atmosphere, a sense that the day held particular significance, though no one could have anticipated that it would be the last birthday Jamar would celebrate. The memory of that day became even more meaningful following his death, a reminder of the presence he had brought to the lives around him and the void left behind after his passing. Jamar's dedication to family events extended to everyday occasions as well. Whether planning a birthday, assisting with holiday preparations, or ensuring that simple tasks were completed, he remained attentive to the needs and enjoyment of his loved ones. His contributions were often unnoticed in small moments, but collectively they created a life deeply intertwined with his family's routines and traditions. He prioritized connection over convenience, presence over detachment, and care over indifference. These actions demonstrated the consistency and sincerity with which he approached his relationships. The way Jamar centered family life and celebrations revealed not only his personality, but also his values. Every gathering became an extension of his commitment to those he loved, illustrating the importance of togetherness and shared experiences. The memories of these events remain a testament to his role as a unifying force, highlighting the tangible impact of his presence. Through his dedication, Jamar left an enduring mark on his family, shaping how they would remember him long after his death. The night Jamar Campbell went missing marked the beginning of an intense period of fear and uncertainty for his family. As evening fell on October 27, 2020, his absence became increasingly concerning. He had not completed his usual routines, including taking out his grandmother's trash, a task he rarely missed. Multiple attempts to reach him by phone went unanswered, a behavior entirely out of character for Jamar. His mother, Toyota Griffin, immediately recognized that something was wrong. She recalled that he never missed any of our calls or messages, emphasizing how consistent he had always been in maintaining contact. The lack of communication that evening became a clear signal that an emergency had occurred, though at the time, the family did not yet know the specifics. As the hours passed, the family's worry grew. Each moment of silence increased their concern, creating a tense atmosphere filled with questions and anxiety. They did not receive a direct notification from authorities regarding his whereabouts or condition. Instead, the confirmation of the tragedy arrived the following morning through a public news report. The article stated that a car containing a gunshot victim had been found in Chester, Pennsylvania. Upon reading the description of the vehicle, the family immediately recognized it as Jamar's Toyota Camry. The details matched, leaving no doubt about the identity of the victim. This sudden realization brought the family face to face with the devastating reality of his death, transforming their worry into grief and shock. The confirmation through a news article, rather than a direct call from authorities, added a layer of emotional difficulty for the family. They were forced to process the loss in a public and indirect manner, intensifying the sense of helplessness. Throughout this experience, Toyota Griffin and the rest of the family reflected on the instinctual knowledge that something had gone wrong. A mother's intuition had recognized the danger in Jamar's absence hours before the news confirmed it. Even in the moments before the confirmation, Tawana's last words to her son, spoken over the phone that night, remained vivid in her memory. "I love you. Come home." These words captured the natural concern, care, and connection that had always existed between mother and son. The night of Jamar's disappearance, followed by the morning confirmation of his death, marked the end of hope and the beginning of a grief-stricken reality for a family suddenly confronted with the permanent loss of a beloved son, brother, father, and grandson. As we remember Jamar Campbell, it is clear that his life, though tragically cut short, was defined by love, dedication, and an unwavering connection to his family. From his daily acts of care to the joy he brought to birthdays and holidays, Jamar's presence was the center of his family's world. His laughter, generosity, and devotion remain alive in the memories shared by those who loved him, a lasting testament to the man he was. While his family continues to face the void left by his absence, the stories of his life remind us of the profound impact one person can have on those around them. If Jamar's story touched you and you want to continue exploring real stories of courage, tragedy, and resilience, make sure to subscribe to Real Crime Pulse. Your subscription helps us bring more true crime stories to light, honoring the lives of victims and keeping their memories alive. Every like, share, and subscription ensures that stories like Jamar's are never forgotten and that more families find their voices heard. Take a moment to remember the people who leave an indelible mark on our lives and stay connected with the U.S. here for more investigative stories, presented with care, respect, and the dedication they deserve.